All right, this week's air review assignment is about parallel and perpendicular lines. So we're going to look at problems like this, given a line, write an equation of a line that's either parallel or perpendicular. So this first example, we want to start with a line that is parallel. So remember, parallel means same slope. So my new line is going to have the exact same slope as my old line. So my old line is y equals 5x plus 2. Remember, if we're thinking in terms of y equals mx plus b, m is the slope. Right? So the slope of my old line was 5. Since I want my new line to be parallel, my new slope is also going to be 5. And I want my new line to go through the point 1, -3. So the equation that we're going to use is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. This is the point slope form of a line. And we're going to use that because we have a point and the slope. So this is my x1 and y1. So I'm going to take these three pieces of information and plug them in here. So I'm going to have y minus -3, which would be the same as y plus 3, equals 5 times x minus 1. Now, I want to solve this for y, so I'm going to distribute my 5 through. I'll have y plus 3 equals 5x minus 5. Subtract the 3 over, and we'll end up with y equals 5x minus 8. Here we can easily check our answer on Desmos. So if we have our original line and the point that we want the new line to go through typed in, I can type in my new line, y equals 5x minus 8, and we can see it is parallel to the old line, and it goes through the point that I want it to go through. All right, so y equals 5x minus 8 would be my answer here. All right, so let's try a perpendicular one then. Okay, this question was actually a question on the air test just last year. So it just says, write the equation of the line that is perpendicular to line M and passes through the point 3, 2. So this time we're given a picture, we're given a graph instead of an actual equation. So let's write the equation of this line that we're given. Okay, so if we're thinking y equals mx plus b, we can find the m and the b from the graph. Right? The m is the slope. So if I look at 2 points here, I'm going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then right 1, 2. So -5 over 2 is my slope, and then b is -3. So this is the equation of this line right here. Now, I want to write the equation of a new line that is perpendicular. Okay? Perpendicular, remember, means opposite reciprocal slope. So the slope of my old line was -5 over 2. The opposite means change the sign. So since it was negative, my new slope is going to be positive. And reciprocal means flip the fraction. So the opposite reciprocal of -5 over 2 is positive 2 over 5. I want my new line to go through the point 3, 2. So this is my x1, y1, and I'm using y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So I'll have y minus 2 equals 2/5 times x minus 3. So we'll start by distributing this 2/5 over here. So y minus 2 equals 2/5 x, and then 2/5 times -3. We can put that in the calculator. It ends up not being a whole number. So 2/5 times 3, or times -3 would be -6/5. Or you could write it as -1.2, either way. Then we'll add 2 to both sides. And our answer will be y equals 2/5 x. And then -6/5 plus 2. Again, just type that in the calculator, and it ends up being 4/5 or 0.8. Okay, you could write it as either 4/5 or 0.8. So again, real quick, let's check our answer on Desmos. Okay, if we put in our original information, this is the original line, and then the point that we want our new line to go through, and then this was the equation of our answer. So we can see that it is perpendicular. Remember, perpendicular means meets at a 90-degree angle and goes through the point that we want it to go through. Okay, so on the edge elastic, make sure you pay attention to whether you want a perpendicular line or a parallel line, and ask me for any questions or ask me for any help that you need.